It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And I feel like I need a better schedule of things because had I known my summer was going to be like this, I definitely would have planned for like a break. Um is it possible for a virtual assistant to get a virtual assistant? Because the way sometimes I need assistance with my life, I feel like if I had a me in my life would be a little bit easier. Just a little bit. So I feel like so much has happened in these past few weeks and months that I just want to catch up. I just want to talk to y'all. I just want to be here. I didn't pray. Oh, hold on, we gotta come back. All right, so it's been a minute since. Excuse me, that was rude. Is that a spider? I'ma just figure that out later. Um, it's been a minute since I've recorded anything. This summer has been amazing. And now that it is time to refocus and get my life together, I'm really trying to do that. I feel like I've said this before. I really hope y'all cannot hear my stomach because that is so rude. Oh my gosh. But I feel like those of you who are being consistent in doing what God has told you to do, being who God has created you to be, thank you. Because those like me who are trying to stay focused, who are trying to stay consistent, see your consistency, and that's what keeps us going. And I want to be able to surround myself more. That's been something that I've been trying to. What is actually happening today? I don't even. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Um, those of us who are trying to be consistent in being obedient to what God has called us to do and doing the craft and being consistent, it's hard. And those of you who have been doing it, I appreciate because I've been trying to stay consistent in things and just like refocus, put my focus on the important things and the necessary things in my life that matter to me. And I feel like now that summer is not over. Summer for me is over. I got kids. Once they go back to school, summer is over. Once they start going back into fall sports, summer is over. So for me, now that this season is ending and I'm starting a new season of my life, it's really important for me to refocus and be on my grind and get stuff done. So lately I've been really wanting to like surround myself with those who are also on the same page and who are trying to do the same thing because I feel like it's so much easier to get things done when you are surrounded by like-minded people. And that's where I'm at right now. Like I'm really trying to get it together. I'm really trying to focus on the things that matter and that are important to me so that way I can really flourish in this season and be obedient and do what God is telling me to do. That being said, there's so many things that I'm working on. Um and none of it has been easy, but I know that if I'm going to focus on what I'm focusing on, there are going to be the distractions, there are going to be things around me that are going to try to pull me back into a space that I don't want to be or a space that I previously was in. And I really, really want to stay focused. So, personally, that has been where I am mentally. Um, I really hope y'all cannot hear my stomach. That is so loud. I wasn't even hungry before I started this. But it is legit like it's not even like a little growl. It's like like it keeps going and then it stops. That is so rude. But anyway, yeah, I've really been trying to stay focused on the things that are important, the things that matter, and I'm trying to be in a different spot. One thing that really helped me refocus was I had a client who had she has quarterly meetings with her staff, and being part of the staff, I was in the meeting, and she had someone come in and give a segment about vision writing. And one of the things that really stood out to me was him talking about, or one thing he was saying was, I want you to imagine that it's July of 2024. So imagine today that it's August of 2024. What did you do in 2023 to get you to that overall happiness in 2024? And he even took the time to break it down into segments when it comes to work happiness. What did you do in 2023 that got you to where you are in 2024? When it comes to your personal life, what did you do? So breaking it into the categories was helpful, but that overall happiness, like I imagined, at the time it was July of 2024. What did I do today to get me to that point of happiness? Like it really helped me, like, don't wait until you get there to be like, well, this is what I'm trying to do. You don't have to wait for January to write your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, and do the vision board. What are you doing right now that's going to put you in a better spot a year from now? Changed my life. I was like, that is what I needed. So I've just been for the past month focusing on, like, what am I trying to get done in 2024? And what am I doing right now to get me to that point to have things done the way that I want things done in 2024? Y'all, the new year starts in like 4 months. And I don't want to wait until then to be figuring out what I'm trying to get done when there's still things that I haven't accomplished in 2023 that I said that I wanted to get done. So it's like, it's just time to focus. It's just time to focus. That it's the season of focus for me. It is the season of focusing on what is important and what I'm trying to get done. That's just what it is. And this year has been honestly great. This year has been amazing. There's been so many things that have come across my life that I wouldn't have handled things the same way a year ago. So the rejections, the declining, the no's, all of those things that have happened to me this year, I've still been able to be at a place of, God, thank you. Because rejection is God's protection. We know this. This ain't nothing new. So it's just like the things that haven't been working out the way that I want them to, I've really been able to be like, God, I thank you for allowing me to release the control of things. Like I every day am setting my intentions to let go of the idea of having to control the narrative, having to control the outcome. I can't. I'm not going to try. So if things are happening in a way that aren't along the idea or the plan or the thoughts that I have, it's still happening the way it's supposed to. So I still need to be grateful in these moments. I still need to be like, okay, God, like I trust you. I'm releasing the control of the outcome. I'm releasing the control of the narrative. I'm releasing control, period. Because you know the end. You know what is it? You know the beginning from the end. You know the end from the whatever. You know what I'm talking about. God knows all. Like he knows what's gonna happen. He has everything planned out. And as much as we want to have everything planned out ourselves, baby, throw that plan in the trash. Throw it away because it's about what God is going to do and what he has planned for you, which always ends up being better than what we have planned for ourselves when you really think about it. There are so many things in my life that I did not have planned for me, and had things gone the way that I planned for them to go, I'd be a hot mess. Because so many great things followed God's plan. There are so many things that I wasn't even thinking about that happened that was like, well, dang, had I continued to do things the way that I wanted to do things, none of the other things that he had happened would have happened because I had a whole new plan of things. So, listen. You know what's so funny too? I just realized I have a sign in my office that says focus on the good. I don't have it up. So like it's not something that I see all the time. but I just happened to peep over and see it. And I just felt like that was confirmation. Mm. Listen, God will meet you where you are at. I literally just had this talk with my therapist this morning. It could be 11 o'clock at night and you scrolling on TikTok and God got something to say to you and a video gonna pop up. Like you could be out in the streets and if God has a message for you, He gonna get it to you. God is going to meet you where you are at. That is one thing that I've been grateful for and really paying attention to lately because that's facts. God is going to meet you where you are at. And another thing that I've been really working on is there there are some times where we grieve the life we thought was going to happen or the life that we thought we wanted and things don't happen that way. And for an example, nothing in my life has happened the way that I like wanted it to. Like nothing has been a oh yeah, I had that thought, I had that planned out. This is what I wanted to happen. Literally nothing. Nothing. Literally nothing. And I say all that to say that I've still been able to be grateful in my life, but I've still been able to be realistic. And by that I mean if things aren't going the way that you want them to go, it's okay to be like to grieve that, but then you got to pick yourself back up. And I'm gonna be really, really vulnerable right now. In my mind, right? I've never felt like I could really just be a kid. I've always felt like I was mature and grown up and just like I got to handle everything and. And there's so many factors that can go into it, right? I'm the firstborn, I'm the oldest on my mom's side at least, and I've I've always been hyper independent, but I grew up being like that my entire life. And as I got older and I started going to therapy and started working on things within my life, I realized that like those that go to therapy know, right? The little you is still trying to be healed. And that is mainly what you're working on in therapy. It's like big you is always trying to reassure little you that little you is safe now. Like we're safe here. It's okay. Like when those childhood traumas and those triggers come up, you're reassuring that little you, that childhood you, that younger you, that teenage you, it's okay. We're okay now. You are safe. And those I know, for those that don't, go to therapy. But my life has been so me taking care of everything my entire life that at some point I realized I was grieving, not feeling like I had a childhood, not feeling like I could just be a kid. Like in my mind, y'all, I wanted to be a kid. I wanted to go away to college and I wanted to stay at home with my parents and have my parents take care of me or not even take care of me. Like I'll have a job, but like living in my parents' house and to just be a kid, like allowing me to just be, when you 20, 21, like to me, you should be living at home, worried about nothing. Like worried about going to college, worried about the next class you're finna pass, but like not the big life stuff. Like, how am I gonna pay my mortgage? Like that, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like you should be a kid. You should go out with your girls on a Tuesday night if you want to and stay out all night and then come home and go to work the next morning and go to Jamaica for the weekend with your girls because that's what you can do. You don't have no responsibilities for real. Like you working your job, you going to school, you doing what you need to do as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I found myself grieving the life that I wanted. Like I wanted that kind of stuff, but at the same time I had to feel those emotions, feel those things, get through it, and then I had to be realistic. Like, Jada, okay, that is not your life though. Like you moved out at 19. My parents have my parents didn't raise me together. Like it, not to say that that wouldn't happen, but it was just like, why did you even have that idea in your head that like that's what you wanted? Like that is not your life. So it's like I've always just been on my own. And I had to be grateful. Like, Jaida, you have a home, you own a house. These are things that other people want and are looking forward to. And you sitting here saying that you want to be at home. You know, like, I had to like put myself in a reality check that was just like, okay, you can grieve the life that you thought that you were going to have or the life that you wanted, because little Jaida is feeling that and you're healing those childhood traumas and those triggers. However, big Jaida is doing her thing. Like, God has blessed me so much. Like, my kid is taken care of. He is happy. He is healthy. My home is great. Like, I need to decorate and do some more stuff because, girl, we done been in here for a while now. But there's so many good things. Like, I work a great 9 to 5. I have my own business. Like, there are so many good things that God has given me that, again, had it been up to me, none of this would be here. Like, I wouldn't be doing any of this. I would not have a podcast. I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. I wouldn't have a house. I wouldn't have no kids. Like, it's just so many things that, like, I would not have, that I'm so grateful God has given me, starting with my kid. Oh my gosh, my life. First of all, I've talked about this before on my YouTube channel that I was suicidal at 15. And what stopped me from, you know, was my kid. Like, I found out that I was pregnant with him. And it was like, from then, it was like God had a plan of, and not even from then, for forever, but God had a plan of things to happen in a specific way for my life that if it was up to me, baby, would not have happened. And being a mom has changed me in so many ways that, like, even when my son was little, having him helped my relationship with my mom, because I'd want to be disrespectful or say things to her, and I would think, like, if my kid ever opened his mouth to say these things to me, we would have a problem. And so being his mom has helped me be more patient. It's helped me be more loving. It's helped me see things in a way that, like, I never would have seen life if I did not have this kid. My stomach is for real just on one. Again, I'm so sorry. I really hope y'all cannot hear this. I just heard a noise in my house. Ain't nobody in here. What was that? Hello? Okay. Um, so yeah, trust God, trust his timing, trust his plan, like, really trust him, like, really let go and trust him, because mentally, that's where I've been, and focusing on the things that make me happy, the things that I want in life, the places that I'm trying to be. And anything and anybody who does not align with that, gotta go. That's something I'm still really working on. Um, that's why you have a therapist, because they'll help you focus on the important things, come up with a plan to get rid of the things that aren't important, and to really have your life go in a direction in which you want it to go. And that's one thing that I'm super, super grateful for. So now that we have this life update, I have plans of things. There are some things that I'm really working on and really excited to share with y'all. And we gonna let God be God in this, because while normally I always have a plan and a script and things together when it comes to the podcast and the YouTube channel, lately God has been like, rip that up. I'm gonna do my thing. You just be here. So he gonna do his thing, and I'm gonna just be here, and that's how it's gonna be.